here. Good to see you all. We'll get started. Legs crossed. We'll go seated today. One leg in front of the other. Doesn't matter which one. I'm just going to turn off that music. Go ahead and check in with those knees. If anything's showing up, any pulling, tugging sensation, anything more than mild, just go ahead and grab those blocks, prop them right underneath. We'll go hands to the lap, palms up. Just going to transition from our day to the evening. Slow down a little. Settle in. So let's start with just checking in with the body. I'm going to prioritize the body first. It's a movement class. So just look for those areas of tension wherever you carry it. Neck or shoulders. Maybe in the back. Maybe in that head space. Just go ahead and put a little mark on there. Just don't want to amplify any of that pain. Not going to judge it though. It's already there. So we're going to work with it. It's really hard to tune in and focus on the body and the breath. Just going to spend the time focusing on the body, focusing on the breath. Breath is going to be that first time that you're in a little too deep. Just means scale back a bit, or maybe even coming out of a posture. So everything's swirling around in that headspace now. Just acknowledge it's there. And return to it. At a better time. And what's that breath like now? Maybe a little hurried, running in the door. Maybe you've had a stressful day at work and have been holding it. Just go ahead and notice that. Gonna start to grow that breath a little. As you grow the breath, you're going to just extend the spine, the back, activating those muscles. Little bit longer neck. Stretching the breath. relaxing the shoulders down, pulling them down and away from the ears. We're going to take the arms out by the sides. A little bit of warm up here. Go ahead and check in with those knees. Anything shows up at any time, just grab those blocks. Next exhale, we'll take the right ear in the direction of that right shoulder. Maybe picking up those left fingertips. Numbness or tingling in the arms or hands, closer to the body. Next exhale, chin in the direction of that right collarbone. Moving slowly. Breathing big into that tension. Pausing at the body's first boundary. Let's inhale that head back up to center. Resetting here, pulling the shoulders down. Next exhale, left ear toward that left shoulder. Maybe picking up those right fingertips. Sending big breaths to that tension. Next exhale. Chin in the direction of that left collarbone. Let's inhale that head back upright. Let's switch the cross in the legs here. May have that awkward leg in front here. Blocks. Might actually elevate. I know that helps some with those tight hips. We're going to go fingertips right out front. Sit bones are going to stay rooted to the floor. Spine's going to stay nice and long. Exhale, maybe walking those fingertips out. Further isn't better, deeper isn't better. Inhale, assessing, exhaling, then exploring depth. Scaling back if any pain is amplified, scaling back if you lose that breath. Scaling back if that mind starts to race. Next, exhale, let's walk those hands in the direction of that left knee. Still want to keep that spine really long here. We're not rounding or folding. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Keep that right sit bone grounded. Let's go one more big breath right here. And let's walk those hands in the direction of that right knee. Moving curiously, even if the depth is different. Same rules apply. Last one here. Let's walk those hands back to center. Big inhale, big exhale right here. And let's walk those hands back up to center. We're going to take the right hand, we're going to place it outside the left knee. Right hand's going to go right behind that left hip. Fingers are wide, they're gripping. Soft left elbow. We're going to extend tall. And on an exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Only twisting as far as that spine is still nice and straight. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. One more here. Let's gently release, flowing to that other side. Right hand behind the right hip. Left hand outside the right knee, extending tall. Exhaling, twisting right. I want you to grip the mat with the palm and the fingers. That strengthens the joints all the way up that arm. Right elbow should be soft. Just one more here. Let's gently come back to center. Let's take the feet out front. So straightening those legs might give them a bit of a shake. Let's work those toes a little. Flexing the feet, pointing. Spreading the toes apart, trying to wiggle them around. Both hands are right behind the hips. Elbows soft, inhaling, extending. Might be right here. This is enough for a lot of us. Space left. Exhaling, maybe hinging forward. Bring that breath back. Watch for those legs to shake. If they shake, you're a little too far in. If you're straight up and they're shaking, relax the feet a bit. Just one more here. And gently release. Let's go soles of the feet in front, touching. Mine are about a foot, maybe a foot and a half. Grab what's accessible here, whether it's the shins, ankles, or the feet. Use it as leverage to extend the spine, pull the shoulders down. Exhale, hinging forward, not rounding or folding, but making that spine long. You can probably feel the muscles activated there. Pulling the crown of the head directly away from the sit bones. Take a peek at your legs, and if one's higher than the other, you can steer your body that direction, only applying pressure to the side that's higher. One more big breath right here. Let's inhale back up to center. We're going to keep the right foot in front. Turn around so it's easier to match. Right foot's going to stay in front. We're going to take the left and we're going to send it and park it by this left hip. Anything shows up in the knees, one block or two blocks. Want to get all the pressure off that knee. If you're on the blocks, you might just extend the fingertips out, reaching tall, giving that tailbone a little bit of a tuck. We're going to go hands behind. Exhaling, maybe walking those hands back. Tucking the tailbone, maybe glancing up, shoulders back, chest is opening, gripping the mat with the hands, keeping the elbows soft, breathing big. Keeping a watchful eye on those knees. Joints only send us tiny whispers. That's why we have to really keep an eye on them. Try to relax the hips here. Just one more here. And then we'll gently walk those hands back up. Most injuries happen in these transitions, so let's be really careful with the knee. We're going to bring that left foot around. We're actually going to cross it over that right knee. Right hand outside that left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, extending tall, shoulders down. Exhaling, twisting left. Only twisting as far as the spine is still straight. Not a competition here. Let's go one more here. And then we'll uncross this left foot. Bringing this right foot out. And this time we'll go left foot in front. And we'll carefully bring the right foot behind. Parking it as close to that hip as we can. Rolling onto the top of that right foot as much as we can. Assessing those knees, grabbing the blocks if needed. On the blocks, this might be where you are. Nothing showing up in the knees, you can take those hands behind. Tuck the tailbone here. Exhaling, maybe walking those hands back on this side. It's a brand new side. Don't want to autopilot it. Want to navigate it as if it's completely new. Beginner's mind. Relax the hips, relax the jaw, relax the ribs. Still breathing big here. Wherever you feel this stretch is where your body needs it. Just a couple more big breaths on this side. And then let's gently walk those hands back up. Carefully bringing this right foot around. Maybe crossing it over that left knee. Maybe it's just inside that leg today. Right hand behind the hip, soft elbow, gripping. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Primary movement here, extension with shoulders down. Exhaling, twisting to the right. Just one more here. Let's gently release, bringing that right hand around slowly. Uncrossing if you're crossed. Bringing that left foot around and out. We're going to transition to hands and knees. We're not going to stay there very long. We're going to start moving in the direction of standing. But we're going to start on hands and knees. Any way you get there is fine. Right here we've got shoulders stacked over soft elbows, stacked over wrists. Hips are squared right over those knees. We're going to inhale. We're going to send the right fingertips in the direction of the ceiling. We're going to exhale. We're going to drop that right arm, thread it beneath the left, sending the right shoulder in the direction of the floor. Try to relax the body here. Relax the lips. You can take that right hand if you need, you can take that left hand if you need a little more, and you can place it on the small of the back, opening up that shoulder a little. Not required, not better, not more. Might do a gentle sway of the hips here to feel different stretches in the posture. And we're going to use that left hand gripping the mat strong to support back up. Right back up to all fours. All joints stacked to strengthen. Inhaling, left fingertips toward the sky. Exhaling, dropping that left hand. Threading it beneath the right, sending that left shoulder in the direction of the floor. Noticing how this side is different. You might take that right hand and place it on the small of the back. You might do a gentle sway of the hips to see how the body navigates this side. Just a couple more big breaths here. And then using that right hand, bringing it back to the floor and supporting yourself up. We're going to send the right foot back up to the toes. And And we're going to send that right heel in the direction of the wall behind, and we're going to pull the crown of our head toward the wall in front. Grip with those hands. Remember, my times are only suggestions. If any pain is amplified, you're just going to scale back or out altogether. Last big breath here. Let's bring that right knee back, squaring it up. Let's pause and pull the crown of the head forward. Pull the sit bones back. Pull those shoulders back. Looking just for length in the spine here. Let's go ahead and send that left foot back up to toes. That heel in the direction of the wall behind, the crown of the head pulling forward. Opposite areas of movement, creating space in the body. Soften those elbows, bring that grip back with the hands. Just one more here. Let's bring that left knee back. I'm going to walk you through a down dog. Anything going on with the wrists, you can go ahead and go up to your feet in a way that's not going to cause any more damage. For the down dog, we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to send the hips in the direction of the ceiling. Chest is moving toward the front of the thighs. Back of the thighs are moving toward the wall behind. Heels are moving in the direction of the floor. Gaze is between your feet. Might pedal out here. Little more stretch on those Achilles. And when you're ready, let's walk the feet in the direction of the hands. Might need to walk the hands in the direction of the feet. And then we're going to roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Let's go feet about hip width apart. Pick up the toes, spread them apart, get a bit of a grip there. Soft knees, let's tuck the tailbone, let's go arms down by the sides, fingers actively pulling toward the floor. Maybe rest the eyes here, just check in. Spine is long, neck is long. We're going to take the arms, we're going to take the fingertips to the lower part of the neck. Go ahead and tuck that tailbone and soften the knees again. Next, exhale, chest in the direction of the sky. Elbows or shoulders are moving back. Opening that chest. Sending some big breaths there. Let's go one more. Let's take the hands a little bit higher. Clasp. Elbows forward. Relax the shoulders. Neck is long. Next exhale. Chin in the direction of the chest. We're not pushing on the head here. We're just letting the natural weight of the arms do the stretch. Let's grip with those toes. Soften the knees. Last big breath here. Let's bring that head back upright. Let's send the arms over. Let's flip the palms. Let's send the palms toward the wall in front. Let's pull the shoulder blades back. Let's make sure that tailbone's still tucked here. Check in with that middle and lower back. Make sure all the stretch is in the upper back. Let's inhale those arms up. Slow moving. Might need to bend them a little. Some big breaths right to those shoulders. See if that weight's evenly distributed side to side, front to back. If it's not, try to evenly distribute it. Makes a big difference on those hips over time. Last big breath here. Let's drop those hands. We're going to send them behind. We're going to grab elbows. Start with the wrists. Might inch the fingers toward the elbows. Back's naturally going to want to arch there, so point that tailbone down. Inhale, extending tall, grip with the feet. Next exhale, we're going to hinge forward at the waist. Going to pull those sit bones toward the wall behind. Going to pull the crown of the head directly out of those sit bones. Not rounding or folding. Looking for the longest back possible right here. Let's release those elbows or wherever your hands are, and let's just point those fingers back, pulling out of the shoulders. Still hinging forward. Let's bring the hands to the front of the legs. Might apply a little pressure here. 2 more big breaths in this nice extension. And let's inhale, strong torso, back up. We're going to take the arms wide. We're going to pull the fingertips away from one another. Tuck the tailbone. We're going to start to bring the arms forward. We're going to stack the right elbow over the left. We're going to wind here. We're going to see if we can meet thumbs, fingers, or palms. That's not accessible. You can use the strap. But we're going to inhale those elbows up and out. We're going to exhale, elbows toward the body, forearms in the direction of the floor, chin tucking into that little space. Breathing big right there. Evenly distribute that weight. Grip with the toes. Just a couple more here. We're going to slowly bring those arms back up and in. We're going to gently unwind. We're going to send the arms out. We're going to send the fingertips toward the wall behind. We're going to open up the chest. Tilt the pelvis forward a little just to remove that arch from the back. Last one here. We're going to slowly bring the arms in front one more time. Not autopiling. Stacking the left over the right. Winding. Thumbs, fingers, palms. Inhaling, elbows up and out. Exhaling, elbows toward the body. Forearms toward the floor. Chin in that little space. Too much, remember you've got that strap. Try to relax the shoulders here. Notice how that weight shifted. Check in with that lower back. Just a couple more here. And then slowly bringing those elbows back up and in. Releasing the hands, sending them out wide. Fingers toward the wall behind. Last big breath here. Let's slowly drop those arms down by the sides. Does everyone have a strap? I'm going to give myself a good bit of leeway here. Good bit of slack. My knuckles are up toward the ceiling. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to send my arms up. Soften the knees. Tuck the tailbone. Don't judge it. That's your body just trying to solve the problem in the easiest way. You're just overriding it. You might send those hands back a bit. Farther apart your hands are, probably the more range of motion you have. You can always bring them closer. Checking in with those different stretches. Soften that jaw. Last big breath here. We're going to bring that strap forward. We're just going to counter it. We're going to take it right behind. Knuckles toward the sky. And this time we're going to lift the hands from the back. We're going to realign that posture. Not easy to auto-ride that autopilot. But we do need it. We don't want to learn to drive every time we get in the car. Well, you kind of have to in Florida. Last one here. Let's gently bring that down. We're going to keep those straps for one more. Let's take the strap to the right hand only this time. Before we do anything, Let's just go a few slow rolls forward or backward. I'm going to do both. Let's go back. Let's rest them at center, pulling them down and away from the ears. Adjust the body alignment here. We're going to take the right hand. We're going to take it over that right shoulder. We're just going to let it dangle there. We're going to take the left hand. We're going to find that strap. Might be enough for some. Primary movement, shoulders are back, but you might start to inch the hand up, the strap. Breathing big, just a couple more. And a lot of these stretches tonight. Last one. Let's gently bring that right hand around. Let's take it to the left. Let's send that left hand over. Reaching around with the right. Tucking the tailbone. Seeing if there's space to inch that hand up the strap without wrecking the rest of the instructions. Relax the jaw. Want to find that place just outside the comfort zone. Just outside what comes easy but isn't overwhelming. That's where the growth is. Last big breath here. Let's gently release. You can go ahead and drop that strap to the side. We're only going to do one balancing one tonight, whether you're on the mat or the carpet. Not going to hold it a long time. We've been go, go, go. Just don't want to get out of that habit of balancing on one foot. Everybody's getting warmed up. We're going to take a step forward with the right foot. We're going to start to lift the left behind. It's not about how high that foot is. I want you to keep that right hip straight, that right knee soft. Might reach forward with the hands. You want to find a wobbly place. Remember, not overwhelming. The form is more important. Foot might come down 100 times. Don't judge it, just pick it back up. Every time it comes down and you pick it back up, you're balancing. The hip and the knee are important. Just one more breath and let's bring it down. Let's give the hips a shake. Let's shake it off. It's normal to kind of flail about when we've been at a fast pace for weeks. Had a lot of energy, a lot of stress. Shake it off. In fact, wherever you are right now, let's send the hands right behind. Let's clasp knuckles toward the floor, crown of the head toward the sky. Shoulders back. Last big breath there. Let's gently release. Before you go into this one, let's find a spot maybe to gaze on. Something not moving. Definitely don't look at me. I flail with the best of them. Take a step forward this time with the opposite foot. Grip with the toes, soften the knee, pick up that back. Reach forward with the hands. Let your body figure it out. It's learning right now. You don't have a lot of autopilot on this one. Different every day. One side might be more challenging. Bring that breath back. Straight hip, soft knee. Stop cussing me out in your heads. Just one more big breath here. Let's bring that right foot down, arms down, give the hips a good shake. Shake it off. That's all of that today. Let's go back down to the floor. Gonna do a down dog. Remember, you can just go down to the floor any way you'd like. Hands to the front of the thighs, inhaling, shoulders down, tailbone tucked, exhaling, hinging forward first. We're going to pause, get a really nice extension on that back. 2 breaths. Sending all that big breath right down that spine. Let's bend the knees, hands to the mat, fingers wide, gripping. Let's walk the feet back. Hips toward the sky. Chest toward the front of the thighs. Back of the thighs toward the wall behind. Heels in the direction of the floor. Gaze between your feet. Maybe pedal out. See if it's different this time. And when you're ready, let's just shift that weight forward. We're not going to plank. We're going to bring one knee down at a time gently. We're going to take the knees wide, big toes moving toward one another, hips in the direction of the heels. Walk the hands forward. I want you to relax the arms here, relax the shoulders here. Just relax and breathe. See how heavy you can make your body. Keep bringing that attention back. Focus on the body, focus on the breath. Body knows it's nearing the end of class. When you're ready, we're going to walk those hands back up slowly. We're going to go back up to hands and knees briefly. Actually, right here, we're going to square the hips directly over the knees. And we're going to come up to high knees. Let's take the right foot. Let's send it out to the side here. We're going to take the right hand. Toes are pointed forward. We're going to take the right hand to this right leg. We're going to inhale the left fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, we're going to lean to the right. You want all the length in the side you can get here. Body's going to want to round or fold. Fingertips toward the crease where the ceiling meets the wall. Relax that right shoulder. Last big breath on this side. And we're going to bring that left arm back around. Maybe you use the hands on the mat just to steady yourself as you bring that right leg out or back in transition, sending the left leg out. Toes forward, left hand outside this left leg. Tuck that tailbone, mine just arched. Right fingers toward the sky. Exhaling, leaning to the left. Relax that left shoulder. I want you to reach directly out of that right hip. I know it's awkward as long as you're breathing. No pain is amplified. And you're in the right spot. One more big breath here. Let's bring that right arm around slowly. Using our hands to bring that left knee back. And we're going to start moving in the direction of our backs. We're going to go all the way down to our back. I'm just going to grab onto my shins, slowly roll back. Once you're on your backs here, arms down by the sides, palms on the mat. We're going to lift our feet. We're just going to send the soles of our feet toward the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. Just a couple big breaths right there. Notice how that lower back touches the mat here. So, good one for that lower back. And for strengthening those abs. Let's bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Let's walk them out. Let's relax the legs, allow the feet to fall however they do. Final posture here. Relax the feet. Arms may be at the sides, palms up. Or they may be on the belly. Focus here is just to be as heavy and as still as you can. Allowing the body to relax. All that junk from the day, from the week, from the month. You don't have to control control the breath anymore. Just allow it to do what it wants to do naturally. Let's go ahead and repeat that check-in. Check-ins are great anytime you transition during the day. What's going on with my body now? What's going on with my headspace now? What's my breath like now? Eventually going to bring some of that intentionally softer and slower movement back. Maybe starting with the fingers and the toes. Rock of the knees side to side or the head. Any final postures your body might need or your favorite. Setting yourself up for a restful evening.